morning, everyone. I'm coming to you from my crop room today. Sorry I'm not going to be able to meet with you tomorrow. I just don't feel right with a head cold to expose you all, and I was going to wear a mask, and then my sister said, you better not do that. It's not a good time to be doing that. I said, fine. I do feel better, but I may be coughing by tomorrow. I've been coughing a little today. 2 days previous, my nose was just like a faucet running. At first I thought it might have been allergies because it's a bad time of the year for me and my allergies, but it definitely is a head cold. I finally slept pretty well last night, so I feel a little better today. But anyway, so I feel I need a few days off, and we couldn't schedule the following week, so here we are again doing virtual. But now I have it in place so I can, and that's a good thing. So without further ado, I will bring to you our Wander page kit for this month's club. So I'm going to flip the camera down so you can see the layout, and hopefully it'll stay there. You can see what I'm going to talk about. So in your kits you will have a full sheet of paper. Your kits have a full sheet of the pattern paper from Wander. And you will have 2 sheets of, I don't remember what color, it's a light color. I used the darker side of the background sheets for you. Here are your photo mats. You'll have 2 4x6s and a 3x4. You'll also have, you probably can't see this very well in the camera, but it's a little window sheet piece for your shaker part. The shaker part we will probably have to make at our next club meeting, so you'll want to bring this layout with you when we do next month's club. This piece here is for those who did not get the PML cards. You'll be able to stamp with the stamps again at next club. I'll have all that stuff for you to do it. This piece here is your little sunburst, and you're more than welcome to use your Sundance ink to brush some ink on. I will tell you it's a little tricky with these edges, but there is still some sticky on the back of here from when I put it on I cut it on my cutting mat, and some of the sticky is on there. I used a new mat because these were tough to cut, so I used a new mat. So you should be able to, like, either sponge or rub on with your brushes a little bit of Sundance ink. If you want this to be like sparkly like mine, a little bit shimmery, we'll use the spray that I have made, that I was going to bring, to do our stenciling too, but it's this spray, and I made it up myself with the Sundance re-inker, some alcohol and water, and some shimmer pen. Actually, that's the easiest way to make it. And I put it in a little spray bottle, but I'll be bringing a couple of these filled with stuff to do at our next one, along with the stencils and the insides for your insides for this. And those that do want to stamp and did not buy the die cuts there, the cardboard die cuts, I have glacier frames that you can use to make your shaker part, and I also have the stars for the inside, the star sequins. So I had planned on doing this one in person this time, not counting on having illness in your life. All your strips here that you have of different colors, Sundance, Glacier, you have 2 of those, 2 Sundance, 1 Paprika, and 1 Evergreen. They'll all have to be cut 2 inches off the end to 10 inches. All these need to be 10 inches. On your pattern paper, that's what I need to measure. You're going to need this piece here, which is the other side. You can begin by taking your zip strip off, I will say. Take your zip strip off, because you're going to need another one like this from your paper pack. So you need 2. One of these you're going to cut 1 inch off, and the other one you're leaving whole. See, this is the one where you're using the inch less. So this piece here, this blue piece, you're going to cut at 4 1/4. Right here, this blue piece. So you're going to cut 4 1/4 across. You're going to cut 2 of these at 1 3/4 inches. So you're just cutting straight across right now. 1 3/4 inches. And then you're going to cut your last piece at 3 1/4. This piece right here is going to be a 3 1/4 strip. So now that you have this one in there, you can cut 2 of these at 4 1/4 off that 3 1/4 piece. On these 2 pieces, you're going to cut 2 inches off because you want 1 3/4 by 10. And on this one, again, you want the 4 1/2 by 10. So you're going to cut 2 inches off of this piece also. The rest is scrap. Next part about excuse me, doing this is you're going to want to order your strips. Sundance, Paprika, Pattern Paper, Evergreen, and Glacier on the first page. You're going to start by adhering from the left margin. This is 1 inch in here, and down here, I mean, it's 1 7/8 technically, but if you want to do 2 inches, that's fine because you can make it up here with your zip strip. So it doesn't really matter because it's just going to affect the alignment of the 2 pages. 1/4 inch isn't going to matter, or 1/8 of an inch isn't going to matter, I mean. So if you want to do it at 2 inches, you know, you're 1/8 of an inch difference. So it's not a big deal. So do it 1 7/8 or do it 2 inches up on the top. So you want to get that kind of straightened in here. That's this piece. These pieces, oh sorry, I did the wrong one. This one is 1 inch in, sorry. And then this is 1 1/4 inches. These are down 1 1/4 inches. So you want to put your strips in. How I did it was I made lines. I made light pencil lines here so I would get them straight because I cannot get anything like that straight very well. So that's how I did that. And I went in 1 inch over here to start. So you want to get those all down first. Sorry, I went on to this piece not thinking. My head's still a little foggy. Gotta pardon my misinformation. So anyways, this is down 1 7/8 inches after you get your strips down, 1 7/8 inches here. Then, if you don't want shimmer, you can put this little piece down. Now notice I've put it so it was going off the edge. I just trimmed with my scissors the little things that went off. I thought it looked a little better not centered. Excuse me. So you can do that. Now this part here is your die cuts, your chipboard die cuts. And how I did this was I took the 3 pieces. There's 3 pieces there. I used the negative space too. I took the background one and put it on the page with just regular adhesive. I used 1 layer of adhesive tape, the pop tape, you know, behind the next piece. And then the top piece I put 2 because they all sit inside one another. And if you look from the side, you can see that. So that's how I did that. Adhere your zip strip starting here and going over to the edge of the page. Your 1 4x6 that I gave you is here. This is your shaker card. See little stars in there shaking. I used a PML card and the die cut. If you don't want to use that, then you'll need to wait for me because I have the stamp set and I gave you a little sheet of white paper so you can stamp behind here. You'll have to wait for me to assemble this anyways because I've got, I mean, I'm bringing the strips of adhesive, the pop dot adhesive to put behind here, plus the stamp set to do it inside if you want to. And anyway, so the rest, all that's left on this page will be that when we do it, and this if you want it sprayed and to put that down. And then the 3 stickers. I used the fish postage stamp, Adventure Seeker, and the little lantern on this page. On page 2, your right page is in your instructions. That's how I have it labeled. Again, 1 inch over here, the same from the top, 1 7/8 or 2 inches, whatever you prefer. I think, is that it? No, it's 1 1/4 inches, sorry. 1 1/4 inches. This is 1 1/4 inches. That was the other side. Okay, so this is 1 1/4 inches from the top, 1 inch from the edge, same as the other side for the strips. Now, I would advise that you not adhere this last Glacier one because I do have a stencil to do this part here. And this is only stenciled with some spray. So if you want to do this part, then you can't finish the page because you have to have the stencil and the spray. And that's where we're using the spray. So I would say leave off your photo mats. You probably can put your sticker down here in your little zip strip. But I would leave this one and maybe even the second one off. I mean, it only takes a minute to adhere them. These are about a quarter inch apart. All the strips from each other are a 1/4 inch from one another. And this one's a little off, you can see here. But, you know me, I'm not really too particular about that. If you're really bothered by that, before you lay them down, kind of evenly space them. No one's ever going to know they're not 1/4 inch, all 3 of them, for that little bit. So that's how I did it. I hope to be able to see you in September. And if you could, get your orders to me so I can let Donna, our hostess, know that what she has to spend. So I'm sorry I'm sick, but I feel better staying home and not bringing it to you. Like I said, I've had it a few days. I think I'm on the mend, but I still have the coughing and a little bit of the dripping stuff going on. So it's best I stay in and stay rested. Take care, all of you. Hope to see you soon. Bye.